Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Kyla and my channel is basically just a plethora of all things that I love, and today we are back in the tier ranking world, but we're incorporating my girlies, American Girl dolls. So you guys asked me to do the Girl of the Year ranking and I found this template on TierMaker. I did not make it. It does have everybody from Lindsey to Joss. It does not have Kyra, who is the Girl of the Year for 2021, but I'm actually going to pretend she is here. So on the side here, we have the different tiers, and I just left them how they were because I thought they were fine. So top tier is outstanding in every way. Overall, a good doll. Meh, could have been better. Needs improvement. Something went wrong here. Now, some of these I'll probably explain a little bit more as to why I'm putting them here. Others, I'm just going to be like, it's going there. So just please remember that this is my opinion, and I just need you guys to be respectful to myself and each other in the comments because, as I say in every tier ranking video, I know sometimes these kinds of videos can get a bit heated, but that's not the goal here. So let's go. Lindsey Bergman. So Lindsey was the first Girl of the Year, and she did create this entire line. Basically, like, if it wasn't for her, nobody else would be here. Her collection is extremely small, and we cannot fault her for that. I've said this in a lot of other videos because she was the first doll, so they didn't really know what they were doing with her. I think she's okay. She is in my dolls I will never buy video just because there's nothing super striking about her. So I'm going to put her in needs improvement, honestly. Kaylee Hopkins. Now, her collection was a bit bigger than Lindsey's, but still fairly small. She was another basic-looking doll. I mean, she's cute, but nothing really strikes me about her at all. I will, if I come across a Kaylee for a good deal, I'll probably buy her just because I really do think she's cute, and she is kind of like a rare doll, I guess you could say, because of how old she is, but she's not my favorite. And I'm going to put her in, oh gosh. She could have been better. They could have done more with her. They could have given her a different face mold than Lindsey's or something like that. But I do like her better than Lindsey. Marisol Luna. So Marisol was my little sister's first doll, and she was 3 when she got her. So I have seen Marisol in person. We didn't have any of her collection. We just had her. But I love Marisol. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put her in overall a good doll because her collection could have been a little bit better. Not necessarily bigger, but they could have given her some other outfits instead of just like, I think, if memory serves me correct, I could be wrong here, but I think most of her outfits revolved around her dancing, which is okay, but they could have given her like a casual outfit or something. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of her meat outfit, so that's kind of why she's not top tier yet. Jess Mcconnell. So my sister collected everybody from Marisol all the way to Sonali, so these next couple dolls, with the exception of Gwen and Chrissa, I've seen in person because my sister has them, so I'm a little bit more familiar with them. But Jess gave us my favorite face mold of all time. Her collection was still relatively small, but I think overall she really changed American Girl because she, in my personal opinion, guys, she gave us the greatest face mold to ever exist. Nikki Fleming. Now, when Nikki came out, I actually really liked her. I'm a big fan of her meat boots because I love doll boots. We had a couple pieces of her collection. I do think she's really pretty, but again, she was another classic mold, and this starts to show their overuse of the classic mold. We will get to the next mold they overused in a few dolls. But I think Nikki, she needed some improvement. She wasn't 100% there yet. I think Mia is beautiful. Her eyes, her freckle pattern, and her wig is one of my favorite AG wigs ever. However, her collection kind of reminds me of Marisol's, where they literally only focused on like her hobby, and I don't think they really gave her anything else. And that's kind of sad because like some of these dolls could have had like really cute casual outfits for that time, or even like a fancy dress, because I know Nikki had like a fancy outfit and stuff. But with that being said, I'm going to put Mia in. She could have been better because I feel like her collection-wise could have been expanded, and also I think the classic mold works for her. However, they could have used a different mold because as you can see, we're already on 2008, and we have 1, 2, 3 dolls with the classic mold. Add Mia, that's a 4th, and then we had a new mold, and then 1 Josefina mold, but we're going to talk about the Josefina mold soon. Don't worry, guys. Chrissa Maxwell. Now, Chrissa, I've never seen a Chrissa in person. What strikes me the most about her is her cute blue eyes, and I love her movie. Her collection was fairly simple but cute. She had a freaking llama, so like, yes. She's also the only girl of the year to receive not 1, but 2 best friends, Gwen and Sonali. So I think that kind of carried her collection, Gwen and Sonali, and plus she has one of the best movies from American Girl of all time. So with that being said, Chrissa herself could have been better, honestly. Okay, so Gwen, something went wrong with Gwen because she looks, I can't remember the Truly Me doll, but I'm pretty sure they retired this doll and then recycled it with Gwen Thompson. Sonali, okay, so here's my thing with her. She did create a very unique mold. I have seen Sonali's in person. My sister has her. She's like my sister's favorite one in her collection. I think the mold is definitely what carries her, kind of like how Chrissa is carried by Gwen and Sonali. Sonali's mold does carry her, but since she's not a true Girl of the Year doll, I'm going to put her in overall a good doll, and it feels kind of wrong to put her over Chrissa, but if you are a true American Girl fan and collector, you kind of know that Sonali, when people think of 2009, they do think of Sonali Matthews and not Chrissa Maxwell. Lainey Holland. Okay, so, you guys, you know what I'm going to say. If you don't, hold up and listen. For some reason, I look at Lainey and I just don't like her. I've said this a million times. I don't know why. I don't know where this like deep hatred comes from. I really don't. I don't get it. So, with that being said, I'm going to say she needs improvement only because I feel bad putting her here because it's just me. Like, she's not a bad doll or anything. Her collection is really small, but they do have a couple cute outfits in there. It's just, I don't like the doll, but I can't justify putting her any higher than the 4th tier. Kanani Akina. So, Kanani is a very sought-after doll. She is the 2nd Jess mold in the Girl of the Year line. She is Hawaiian. She has, like, this huge collection, and it has, like, blues and purples and things like that. She is very cute. She's extremely cute. Her wig is amazing. I found my Kanani secondhand, and she was $65 on Facebook. So, yeah, I did not pay an obscene amount of money for my Kanani. And I'm glad I didn't, because if you've been here for a long time, you know that I decided to customize my Kanani because I wasn't connecting with her. And I thought about selling her, but I was like, this doll would look really cute with blonde hair and blue eyes, and therefore my Kanani is now Chloe, who you guys love and adore. So I'm very glad I did customize her. In a sense, to me, I think Kanani is a very overrated doll. I mean, she is amazing, but I think I'm just going to put her in overall a good doll because the one thing that I'm not impressed with is her collection, and I know I'm probably going to get a ton of crap for that because a lot of people love her collection. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite, so that's why she's not up here yet. Mckenna Brooks. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to tell you guys the Girl of the Years that are left that I actually have. So I have Mckenna. I had Sage, but I customized her. I have Isabelle, Grace, Leah, Blair, and Joss. So that is where we're left standing. I do have a lot of the later ones. So Mckenna. I love Mckenna. I love her hair. I love a couple of her outfits. I think Mckenna is so freaking cute. And I know she's one of those controversial dolls, but I love her a lot. She's really, really cute. If I liked her collection more, she would definitely be in Outstanding in Every Way. But kind of like Kanani and Marisol, the collection is what's holding me back a bit. Sage Copeland. Now, I got my Sage secondhand, and I think it was just because I couldn't really fix her wig. It was definitely in a lot worse shape than what I had initially thought, and so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to customize you, and now she's Peyton, and you guys love her just like you do my custom Kanani. So I love Sage. I love every outfit in her collection. I own a couple of her outfits from her collection, I think 3. She has beautiful hair, her beautiful eyes. Sage Copeland is amazing. Isabelle Palmer. Now, we're going to have a talk, you guys, because Isabelle Palmer is my favorite girl of the year. And I'm going to tell you why. And I know a lot of people don't like her because she is a basic classic mold. But if you've been here for a while, you know she's my mini-me. And with my Isabelle, I swapped her eyes so that they would be blue so she could officially be mini Kyla. And I did ballet, tap, and jazz for years and years, so she's a dancer. I love cats, which she has. Pink is my favorite color, which her collection is basically pink. I have a lot in common with this doll, and I just, considering the fact that she is my mini-me, I do, like, there's definitely bias there, but I freaking love her, and I really, if she was a Jess mold, she'd be super cute, but then she wouldn't be my mini-me, so I can't fault her for that, but I love her, and I'm putting her up here, and I'm not sorry about it. Grace Thomas. So Grace has my favorite collection overall. I freaking love it. I don't own any pieces from it, not even her meet outfit, because I bought my Grace secondhand and she came wearing something else, but I still cannot connect with my Grace Thomas, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about customizing her. I'm not going to lie, but that is not her fault. I spent months and months looking for the perfect Grace, and the one I found I don't think was the perfect Grace, but I would love to have a custom one and then a regular one in the future. So I love Grace. She has my favorite collection. I'm a huge Paris buff, I guess you could say, so that definitely gives her a lot of points there. I love Grace Thomas. Grace Thomas is great. Leah Clark. So Leah used to be my favorite doll I owned for a really long time, but if we're comparing her to everybody else, her collection lacks for me. I only like one outfit, and I love Leah for her appearance. She's one of my favorite dolls to take pictures of, but I just don't like her collection, like, in the slightest. So I'm going to put her in overall a good doll because she is amazing. I do a lot of things with her. She looks really freaking cute in a lot of the clothes that I put her in, but her collection definitely is not my favorite. Gabriella McBride. So this, I don't know if, I just really don't know with this one because it's a very controversial doll situation, probably the most controversial American Girl of the Year situation, except the one we're currently in, which we'll get to later. But this is Truly Me 46. I've said it before. You guys have probably heard everybody say it. Something went wrong here. This doll deserved so much more. Now, there were the Tenny Grant rumors and everything like that, and I think it just completely ruined poor Gabriella and her collection. And I'm putting her in Something Went Wrong here because she's not a bad doll. She's really cute, but they definitely needed more development, and they should have created a different doll instead of using a recycled doll. So I don't hate Gabriella. I actually really like her, but she's here because it all went wrong, and it was definitely not fair to her at all. Luciana Vega. Now, I'm probably going to get a ton of crap for this one as well. I don't like her. And I used to be on the fence about her. And then I got to mess around with one in person. And then I thought she was okay. But now looking at her compared to like all these other dolls, I don't like her. I don't like her collection. I don't like that she has American Girl's obsessed with their weird side bang thing recently. I don't get that. I don't like the fact that you can't remove her colored hair. I don't like it. I know American Girl was trying to incorporate the math and science aspect of things. I'm not a math and science person, but that literally doesn't like influence my opinion about her. I think it was really cool. I don't like her. I think she makes really pretty customs, but I don't like the doll overall. So she definitely needs improvement because nothing went wrong. It was just, I don't like her. Blair Wilson. Blair is a very special doll to me. She's a very staple piece in my collection. She is the doll that got me back into collecting dolls. And if you don't know, I love collecting dolls with red hair and pale skin. Those are a couple of the key features that I love, and you will find that are consistent in my collection. So when I saw her, I was like, oh my god, she's freaking amazing. I love that they incorporated that she is lactose intolerant because even though I myself am not, I have a very close family member of mine that is, so I've definitely seen that aspect of things, and I think she's a really good doll. I love Blair Wilson, and I'm going to put her up here. Joss Kendrick. So my parents bought Joss for me for my 23rd birthday last year, and I am obsessed with her. She has an amazing face mold. I have a custom Joss, Angel, who you guys have dubbed your queen. I love Joss. I love her hair. My Joss does have a different name. I did change her name to Marnie. However, her collection, I only own one outfit from that, and that's her, I think it's her beach jumper. I didn't really like anything else. It seemed kind of all over the place. I know a lot of people love Joss's collection, and that's literally okay. I don't like it. I was a cheerleader, so I have that in common with her. My favorite part about Joss, though, is her disability. So her and I kind of connect on that sense where she has hearing loss, I have vision loss. So I finally felt like American Girl was kind of branching out into doing different things instead of like the stereotypical mold of the all-American girl, if that makes sense. So I love Jess for that. I think she's really unique, but her collection is what's going to hold her back for me, kind of like a lot of these dolls here in the overall a good doll tier. It could have been better. Kyra Bailey. So I don't have Kyra yet. I will be getting her. I'm obsessed with her. I was obsessed with her from the moment the pictures leaked. I love everything in the girls' collection. I resonate with Kyra so much because we're both from Michigan. I love all things Australia. So in terms of her appearance, though, again, Josefina mold, extremely, extremely overused. If she was a Jess mold, I would be going nuts. She'd be the cutest thing. I love blonde-haired Jess molds. They're so freaking cute. But I think if she was a Jess mold, she definitely would have exceeded my expectations. But I do love the doll, and I'm not going to fault her for what American Girl made her to be. So I do love Kyra, and I think, honestly, she's overall a good doll. Just what's holding me back from putting her in the top tier is definitely 100% the fact that she has the most overused face mold in the Girl of the Year line. Alright guys, there you have it, my Girl of the Year tier ranking. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I love tier ranking videos. You guys know this. And anytime I can incorporate the dolls in anything, I love it. In the comments down below, go ahead and tell me which doll you would put in your top tier. Give this video a big thumbs up and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye everybody.